Vinyl flooring is a great option for just about every interior living space in your home. The vinyl flooring we're installing today is TrafficMaster Allure, and it features a grip strip technology that is used to adhere the planks to each other. There are a variety of color options with either a wood or tile appearance, and it's available in planks or tiles. So you're bound to find a style to suit your home's decor. Once the planks or tiles are in place, roll the seam with a hand roller to strengthen the bond between grip strips. Applying the proper pressure is key to forming a solid bond. These seams will be rolled once again with a 75 to 100 pound floor roller when the floor is complete. This will allow the grip strip's adhesive to form a more permanent bond. If you don't own a floor roller, you can rent one at most Home Depot tool rental centers. This particular vinyl product is water resistant, so it's ideal for wet areas like kitchens, baths, and laundry rooms. However, this product is not designed to be installed on stairs, vertical surfaces, and non-temperature controlled areas. Before beginning the installation, allow the planks to acclimate to the room of installation in their unopened boxes for at least 48 hours. The temperature of the room must be between 65 and 85 degrees, and you should purchase 10% more than needed to allow for waste and mistakes. Follow the manufacturer's installation instructions for complete details. TrafficMaster Allure with grip strip technology is available only at the Home Depot.
TrafficMaster Allure can be installed over wood or concrete subfloors, even over existing vinyl or tile flooring. If you're installing vinyl flooring over an existing tile floor, check that the grout lines are no larger than a 1/4 inch. If they are, the floor will need to be leveled using a patching compound. Allure planks and tiles are pliable, and over time, larger grout lines will become visible. If you're installing over a concrete subfloor, check for moisture. A 6 mil poly underlayment should be used when moisture levels are above 5%. Regardless of the subfloor material, it must be sound, solid, and have little flexibility. Begin by measuring the room's length and divide it by the length of the planks. Be sure to allow for a 1/4 inch gap on either end. If the resulting number is less than 12 inches, you'll need to cut your first plank accordingly to avoid having planks less than 12 inches on the opposite side of the room. Measure the width of the room and divide it by the width of the plank. If the number is less than half the width of a plank, you'll need to trim the first and last row to equal widths. This will result in a more balanced-looking room at the end of the installation. Start in a corner of the room and lay the first plank down with the underedge facing away from the wall. Insert 1/4 inch spacers between the wall and the planks as you install them. This will allow for subfloor contraction and expansion. Place the second plank at a 45-degree angle with the overedge on top of the underedge. Adjust the plank so there's a good tight seam and press down on the seam. Then use a hand roller to strengthen the bond of the grip strips. If the seam doesn't appear to be tight, you can immediately separate the two planks and start over. Slowly pull the upper plank off the lower plank, being careful not to damage or tear the grip strip. Readjust and roll the seam again. You can rework seams for up to 15 minutes before the adhesive becomes permanent. Continue laying planks and rolling the seams as you go until the row is complete. When cutting end planks, be sure to cut them so the cut edge faces the wall. These cut edges and the 1/4 inch gaps will be covered by molding at the end of the installation. When laying the second row of planks, score and snap the first plank so the seam will be staggered at least 6 inches from the seams in the first row. The staggered seam pattern can be repeated row by row or be random. As each row is completed, place spacers at both ends to maintain a consistent gap to the wall. When installing planks around door openings, it's best to cut the door casing so the plank can slide underneath. Place the plank next to the casing and mark the plank's thickness. Cut the door casing with either a handsaw or a jam cutter, which is also available in Home Depot tool rental centers. Use the large floor roller back and forth across the room in both directions to seal the seams. Install the molding and the room is complete. This easy-to-install vinyl flooring is not only a beautiful addition to your home, but it's extremely durable and virtually maintenance-free.